Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Memorial services for Howard Gordon Crick, age 83 of Hansville, will be at 3 p.m. tomorrow at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Family will receive friends at the funeral home at 2 p.m. He will be buried in Cullman City Cemetery after the service. Mr. Crick passed away peacefully Thursday in his home at Victor Manor Assisted Living in Hansville. Funeral services for Bailey K. Wilson Freeman, 8-month-old daughter of Josh and Brittany Wilson Freeman, will be at 1 p.m. today at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home Chapel. Matt Jordan and Darrell Bailey will officiate interment in Etha Cemetery. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Bank presents Today on 2, and we are broadcasting live at channel2cullman.com as we do every day at this time. And of course, you can watch our archive programs on the same website. You can follow us on Twitter at Channel2Cullman, Facebook Channel2Cullman, and YouTube Channel2Cullman. The only difference is on Twitter you use the numeral 2, the other two you spell out the number 2.
That's right.
So you can just follow us anywhere and everywhere. Looking out the window this morning, it's hard to believe we had 2 snowstorms this week.
That's right. That's right. It looks like a normal day. Just normal.
Yeah, how quickly things change in Alabama in the wintertime. Well, let's see. Let's start with the weather forecast for today. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Here's the weather almanac for the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. The average high temperature is now 56. The average low is 35. The record high 77 in 1926. The record low 9 degrees in 1960. Sunset will be at 5:30 and sunrise tomorrow at 6:33. There's the satellite picture. You can see what's going on around the country. Boy, winter just won't let go in the Midwest and in the Northeast. Hopefully it has in our part of the country. There's the satellite picture for our area. And here's our forecast for today. Increasing clouds, chance of showers this afternoon, a high of 53. A normal temperature for the 14th of February. For tonight, cloudy, windy, 70% chance of rain and maybe some snow flurries, low around 25. Tomorrow, sunny and windy, a high of 43. But boy, Paige, look at the rest of the week. Sunday, 57, Monday, 63, Tuesday, 62, and Wednesday, 68.
Wow. I think only in Alabama could that happen. I really do. I do. You know, so many people say this is why, from the snow, it's beautiful. You want to enjoy it for about a day. It's why we live in the South. We don't want all this snow all the time. So I'm personally, I really did enjoy the snow. It was very beautiful. Our town looks like a Christmas card for a couple of days, and now I'm ready for it to be gone.
And the other thing, too, with 2 snowstorms in a week, they couldn't have been better timing taking place overnight.
Right.
Because it didn't strand a lot of people.
Right.
Somewhere you got up in the morning, you knew you couldn't go to work that day. But by noon, things had pretty well melted. The roads had melted. You could get around, that kind of thing. So all things considered, it was pretty good.
Yes.
Let's see. County schools are closed again today, but city schools will be open on their regular schedule. Wallace will have their regular schedule today. And let's see, you will be entertaining on Sunday. Tell us about that.
Yes, that's right. The Miss Wallace State Pageant is coming up on Sunday at 2 o'clock. That's in the recital hall at the Borough Center. That'll be coming up, so I'll be emceeing and performing there. And they have 8 wonderful contestants competing to go to the Miss Alabama Pageant in June. So.
And of course, Paige won the pageant 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's
right?
2011. So.
And we have a member of our staff, Tahani Cleghorn, who's one of the contestants this year.
That's
so
right.
we need to continue the tradition.
Maybe, yes, that's right.
That would be good. Okay, let's check our Facebook friend of the day for today.
Our Facebook friend of the day today is Angie Young, and she likes Alabama football and rock the South. So thank you, Angie, for being our Facebook friend. You'll receive a large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue.
And let's see, we have a couple of guests with us today.
That's right. We have Representative Mac Buttram, and we have Gary Murphree, who is running for the coroner. So we will be visiting with them on our That's Politics show.
We will continue with our Know Your Merchants prize giveaway right after this.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
We continue with Today on 2. Let's see what we have to give away for today. We have 15% off any purchase at It's My Party on 2nd Avenue Southeast. We have KSW colored salt. And we have Papa Murphy's Pizza, the Taken Big Pizza. 3 prizes for you today. Let's look at our ads. We'll ask you a question, of course, about one of these ads. Yates Chance Christian Bookstore, where love begins. Every gift from Yates Chance Christian Bookstore expresses your love. Located in the South Coleman Shopping Center, Yates Chance Christian Bookstore.
And Tires for Less is more than just tires. They offer oil changes, minor engine repairs, and shocks and brakes repairs. Come and see Greg and the guys at Tires for Less on 2nd Avenue. That's on Highway 31.
Cotton State Barns of Coleman, where they make carports, play sets, utility trailers, and storage buildings. You can buy or rent to own, no credit check, you're automatically approved. They're located just west of the interstate on 278.
Barnett Tax Service, they have tax returns, electronic filing, and bookkeeping services, including W-2s and 1099s. They have been serving Coleman for 41 years. No appointments necessary at Barnett Tax Service.
Earl's Body Shop, they do towing, local and long distance, large or small towing, located on Highway 31 North, or check their website, earlsbodyshop.com.
Now open is a new fitness facility called Be Fit. You can change your life and body here with $50 a month, and it includes a personal trainer. They're located right next door to Renard's Gallery and Gifts. That's Be Fit.
Mr. Hicks Menswear, offering suits and sport coats made to your measurements. Of course, in stock at all times, regular, big, and tall size men's clothing. Mr. Hicks Menswear on Compass Way.
And the new $5 lunch is going on every day from 11 to 4 at Dairy Queen. It includes dessert, and you can upgrade the sundae that comes with your $5 lunch to a small blizzard for only $1. That's at Dairy Queen.
Cups Accounting and Tax Service, quality service at reasonable rates. Check with Cups before you pay too much. Cups Accounting and Tax Service.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue is offering the family barbecue package right now. They have 1 pound of meat and 2 16-ounce sides, 4 buns for only $13.99. That's at Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue.
Kayla's Salon and Day Spa. Walk-ins are welcome. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Located on 1st Avenue Southwest in Coleman. That is Kayla's Salon and Day Spa.
And the Hanceville Pizza Hut, right across from Wallace State Community College, offers a lunch buffet from 11 to 2 every day and 10% off for all Wallace State students. That's the Hanceville Pizza Hut.
And those are some of the merchant ads we have for today. Question for today, we have 2 advertisers that do towing and auto body repair. Which one of them was voted best towing service in the last survey? Which of our 2 advertisers was voted best towing service? 256-734-7399 is our phone number. And let's see, we have the Papa Murphy's Pizza, we have KSW Colored Salt, and 15% off any purchase at It's My Party. Go ahead and call in while we watch Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
How to build your credit. Just come into one of our offices and fill out a credit application, and one of our loan officers will discuss your borrowing options. But the most important thing is to make your payments on time to avoid late fees, additional interest, and damage to your credit, which will all affect your ability to borrow money in the future.
We continue with Today on 2, and we'll see if we can give away our prize for today. Again, the question, which advertiser was voted best towing service? And we have a caller ready to go. Hello, who's calling?
This is Gail.
And from where are you calling?
Here in Coleman.
Okay, which advertiser is best towing service?
It's Earl's Body Shop.
That's right, Earl's Body Shop is the right answer. Stay on the line, please. Thanks for calling in. Now let's look at the rest of our merchant ads. Barnett Tax Service, they can fill out your tax returns, do the electronic filing. Elna Barnett is the lady to see. She says no appointment is necessary, just stop by the office on Main Avenue, just north of the post office.
Mullins Body Shop, you counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and towing, and you can still count on them today. Call Sunny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim at 734-1353. That's Mullins Body Shop.
Deb's Bookstore is your hometown bookstore just down the road. Browsers welcome. Used books half price each and every day at Deb's Bookstore, across from the parking deck on 3rd Street Southwest.
And It's My Party. They have balloons of all shapes and sizes. They have singing Valentine's telegrams. And gentlemen, it's not too late. You can create your own Valentine's gift basket before tonight. So go and visit It's My Party there on 2nd Avenue.
Brown & Company Beverages says they have a toast to love with fine wines and beverages available. Brown & Company Beverages on Highway 157, right next to the Ford store.
And Auto Tech Repair and Service. They do electronic diagnostics with their TechNet Professional Auto Service, and they offer major engine repairs, transmission repairs, brake and auto repairs.
The Busy Bee is Coleman's one and only place for German meals, and those entrees are available every Friday and Saturday, serving from 2 until 9 o'clock. That's the Busy Bee Cafe.
And Jolly Time Rentals, where fun is always in the air. You can call Holly Mullins today to book at 620-JOLLY. She'll rent you licensed inflatables, slides, water slides, obstacle courses, toddler interactives, and more. That's Jolly Time Rentals.
Grand Point Pharmacy on Highway 31 North. Love your heart. You can track your heart with easy-to-use blood pressure kits and pick up your heart healthy tips at Grand Point Pharmacy.
And the Candle Garden, they have hand-poured candles and over 50 luscious fragrances, gift items, and gorgeous gift baskets just in time for Valentine's at their new location next to Moe's Barbecue.
The Wellness and Aquatic Center has the full fitness center with weights, cardio, and professional training, a large variety of aerobic, cycling, and Zumba classes. That's at the Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center. There we go with our merchant ads for today. Now it's time to check up on our birthdays. Who celebrates on Valentine's Day?
All right, on this Valentine's Day, we have Kitty Warren, Becky Flack, and Tyra Sandlin celebrating. On Saturday, we have Maxine Clay and Wayne Willingham.
And I think those are the birthdays that we have. Let's do our drawing for the birthday cake from Dairy Queen. And our winner this week is Wayne Willingham. Wayne's birthday coming up tomorrow, and we have one anniversary.
And our Sunday anniversary would be George and Jennifer Fairbanks, so happy anniversary to you.
And of course, they win the gift certificate from the Candle Garden. Let's see, we'll continue with more of Today on 2 with our community billboards and the weather right after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. And I'm sorry, that was yesterday, the Dodge City Drug Awareness presentation. And the Miss Senior Coleman pageant has been moved to this Saturday, the 15th of February at 2 p.m. That's at Wallace State Community College in the Betty Lee Haynes Theater. And the Busy Bee Cafe presents Pints for Paws Saturday the 15th at 7. Come and support the Coleman Area Animal Welfare Association. $1 from each pint of draft beer sold goes to the local shelter. And Empty Bowls of Coleman County. This is the 11th annual chili dinner that will be going on February 17th from 4 to 6:30 in Heron Hall at First United Methodist Church. Our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. If you have a billboard that you would like to send to us, please email it to channel2coleman@gmail.com, phone it in to 734-7399, or be a friend on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman.
Weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. For today, increasing clouds, slight chance of rain this afternoon, a high of 53. Cloudy tonight, pretty good chance of rain, maybe some snow flurries by morning, low around 25. Sunny and windy tomorrow with a high of 43.
Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Fire, accident, storm, they all happen in Coleman County. And for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with auto owners. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Karen. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference. Welcome to That's Politics on a Friday morning. We want to extend our prayers and thoughts this morning to Dot Burleson undergoing surgery.
Mike Burleson, their son.
Their son. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought it was his wife, but it's his son.
Yeah, Mike.
Who
Yeah.
I thought too at first.
Goodness,
He told me about it.
My goodness. Okay. Mike Burleson undergoing surgery this morning. So, having said that, we want to, Mr. Drake and I want to welcome Representative Mac Buttram to our show.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good to have you. Good to be.
Now, Mac, before we get this started, let's acknowledge first of all that Mr. Drake's son, Tommy Drake's running for Congress on the Republican ticket. So, Tom, will this be the first time you vote a split ticket?
I will not vote a split ticket.
He's going to vote straight Republican.
Not vote a split
No,
ticket.
straight Republican then.
Hey,
What do you tell your son whenever he's on another ticket?
I told him not to do it. Hey, if you want to find out where I'm at, my wife's tombstone's already got it, and my tombstone's already got it on there. Lifelong Democrat.
Lifelong Democrat.
So that's where I'm at.
Understood.
Yep.
Understood. Boy, my goodness, Mac, what a session, or has it been a session because of the weather?
Well, it was this week. We were in session 3 days this week because I made it the week before when we were there, but didn't meet, but one day. And so this week, most everybody from North Alabama came on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had enough to conduct business every day.
Well, we haven't heard much about the session because the weather has overshadowed everything.
Right.
You know, tell us what is going on down there in Montgomery when it comes to the House.
The things that are going through right now are relatively non-controversial. We did the bigger things the first week, the second week, as soon as we could get them passed.
Yeah.
And this week has been mostly bills that are non-controversial. They've been on the calendar because we weren't going to have a big crowd there. We had a good many who were out.
How much will it hurt incumbent Republicans that they haven't voted the way that AEA had wanted them to vote these past couple of years? How much you think? How much of an impact is that going to be?
I don't think a tremendous impact because most Alabamians understand that AEA is basically part of a wing of the Democratic Party now, and most people see that. AEA for 40 years has pretty much run things in Montgomery, and they don't do that anymore. And so I think people are glad to see some equalization of the things that go on in Montgomery without one group having more influence than anybody else.
Well, I'd like to say this, that I stayed down there 32 years with the help of Paul Hubbard and AEA. And this district here will cater to them more than anybody else, by the way.
To AEA?
To AEA, yeah. Because back when I had somebody run against me, I didn't get, the first go-round, I didn't get but 600 votes ahead of this person. And Paul Hubbard sent word that had to stop, and I got about 3,000 or 4,000 the next go-round. So, I mean, that's how much influence it has.
Sure. I guess you're assuming that 32 years is a good thing.
Yeah, right.
I tell you what, this man's got a lot of respect in Montgomery.
I'm sure he has. And he has all kinds of stories, Mac, that I've been trying to get him to talk about on camera to document these.
A lot of them are not camera material.
Well, that's right, too.
Stories about Paul Bear Bryant. I think some of those are some of the best ones.
Incidentally, I was going through some of my stuff 2 or 3 days ago that I thought I'd lost, and I always adored him and admired Paul Bear Bryant.
Right.
And of course, I got to coach for him and play for him one game. But anyhow, I was going through some of my stuff at home, just looking through it that my wife had put back, and I found one that had him. He was a high-ranking officer in, I believe it was the Navy, and it had a picture of him, and I got the picture, and I looked, and he was at that time taking his first job at Maryland to coach football at Maryland.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I got that picture.
They like basketball better than they did football, didn't they, up there?
Yeah.
I believe I've heard the stories. Well,
yeah, he and Adolph Rupp, or whatever his name was, they didn't get along.
That was at Kentucky, though.
Kentucky.
That was Kentucky,
okay. Mac, let me ask you about your legislation. Every representative wants to get that legislation introduced, something he or she stands for. What are you hoping to get passed this time?
Passed it on Wednesday. The main thing I wanted to do this time, from statewide level. I've got some local things. But a dual enrollment for career tech. It's a tax credit for students, 10th, 11th, 12th graders in career technical courses to do dual enrollment in Coleman County. It'd be at Wallace. Gives them scholarships. Right now,
they're for all the junior college and trade schools.
It'd be all over the state, yeah. But for us locally, it'll work with ours. So they go to they could go to Calhoun.
How does it differ from what's available now, Mac?
Well, there are no scholarships available, or there are very few scholarships available. The scholarships are available now, like at Wallace, or through their foundation, and they can't fund as many scholarships as students they have available. Right. So this creates a $10 million scholarship fund. It's $5 million tax credit for the businesses or individuals, or 50%. It's capped at $5 million, 50% tax credit. So $5 million of tax credits will produce $10 million in scholarship funds. And so we figure about 9,500 students that were not able to do that statewide will be able to be in career tech.
Okay.
Industries are telling us they don't have the manpower to fill the jobs that, especially the ones that are coming open for people retiring, but even some new jobs. There in southwest Alabama, there are about 900 welding jobs that they can't fill right now. So welders, many career tech fields are wide open for young people.
I noticed in the paper that this group, what is it, Bowen or somebody coming in and down in Mobile, and they're going to start training them to do the kind of work that's required.
Yeah.
Boy, that's such an important thing now. When you can look at some of the salaries, some of the plumbers, Jake Bailey told me before he passed away, several years back it's been, that they closed down, I think he said they closed down one of the courses they were teaching at Wallace State College regarding brick mason. Something very essential that you have to be able to do, and yet, I'm sure the pay is as good as it used to be, maybe better. But you have so many people who don't want to get involved in those get dirty jobs, But there are others who do, who don't necessarily need a college degree, right?
Yeah.
This particular move that's in the newspaper this morning, hoping for a constitutional convention by all states to force the federal government to balance a budget, basically.
Right.
Is that something you have hope for, or do you think Alabama may be just one of a few that will vote that way?
Representative Johnson from Lawrence County has been pushing that. 20 states is what comes to mind that have said are already working on it, and maybe have already passed it, including us. And it's working. It's at work in enough states to be able to call the convention. Now, whether we get enough.
How many out of all the 50 states have to vote that way?
I think 2/3.
2/3.
So what would that be? 30.
I couldn't remember what it was. 38.
I'm gonna predict it. That's wishful thinking.
Obviously, our forefathers must have thought that was important for them to put it in the Constitution.
Well,
I mean, it may not pass, but they must have thought someday there's going to be a regime, and that's what I call it, that thinks they're all powerful and they don't have to follow the law. And they keep spending, and it doesn't matter that we're out of money, let's print some more. And I think that's what's happening in Washington. Sorry, a little bit of editorial opinion here, but that's basically it.
I still believe it's wishful thinking.
I'm in a ping pong match here.
That's about as far as it'll get as a ping pong ball, I'm sure.
I don't know, there's a lot more groundswell for it now than there has been in the past, I believe, just because of what you said. But then when you get all those people together to get them to agree on some things, it would be difficult. Term limits is in it, balance the budget, and there's a three items. They have to be specific, call for specific items. Okay. And that's those are two of them, and I can't remember what the third one.
Term limits, what does it limit them to?
3, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it's a 3-term. Well, let me back up. The call is for I don't think you have to specify how many terms. That's what people talk about, 3 terms. But you'd get to the convention to make that decision in the convention if it came about.
I have about 30 seconds left. Tell us what you hope to get accomplished. Your personal legislation regarding,
I've got to get that through the Senate. But the other thing, I'm on the Education Ways and Means, Education Budget Committee, and the Senate starts that budget this year, so we're beginning to meet, talking about it. And this coming week, there'll be some more. Our committee will start meeting more and talking about specifics of what we hope to be able to add to or make sure is in the budget the Senate's going to send to us. So that's the big thing that we'll be working on the rest of the time.
Okay. Thank you, Mac.
Thank you.
Coming to see
Always
us.
good to be
All
here.
right.
Good to
We'll
see
be
you.
back in a moment with Gary Murphree running on the Democrat ticket for coroner. We'll be back after this.
In the nation, we reward safe driving. Add Vanishing Deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off every year of safe driving, which means you could save a lot of Benjamins. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
Fire, accident, storm, they all happen in Coleman County. And for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with auto owners. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Karen. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference. Welcome back to That's Politics. Our guest now, Mr. Drake, and I welcome Gary Murphree, former coroner for Coleman County.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
For a number of years, and running this time around for the Coleman County coroner's position. The job is open this time because Steve Rogers has chosen not to run again. So it will be you on the Democrat ticket against a couple of, well, maybe one other Republican contender, right? Tell us, my goodness, Gary, and with the atmosphere the way it is regarding politics in Alabama, to be on the Democrat ticket, boy, that's a tough sell, it would seem.
Well, I'm depending on the people of Coleman County to look at the qualities of service that they can get from the person, and it's since it is a local race. And I've got a lot of friends in Coleman County. I'm in touch with a lot of people, and I just think I can get them to go for the man this time. That's what I'm after. I just want to convince everybody that I'm the right one for the job right now.
The job of coroner seems to be one that not many people would want. First of all, the responsibility 24/7. In the middle of the night, you'll get a call, won't you? Right. And have to go to a place that can sometimes be grisly if it's an accident.
Oftentimes it is, and you have to sort through all of the facts and all of the circumstances and arrive at how this happened, why it happened, and how the person died, when they died, why they died, all kinds of things.
You undoubtedly, since you left office, has it been 4 years ago, thereabouts?
Yes.
Have watched to see the number of cases, or have heard undoubtedly the number of cases that the coroner has to respond to. I would assume that's gone up, has it not, in 4 years?
It probably has a little bit. I'm not really sure because I don't keep a count on it. I haven't watched it that closely to see how busy he's been. But I just know. I know what it was when I was there, and if it's a little busier now than it was, I can handle that too.
Yeah, yeah. Let me ask you this. Well, I'm not sure how do you quantify a person's talents, their positives, how would you say that you are better and what you could provide that the other candidates cannot provide in that job?
I've pretty much dedicated myself for the last 40 years to learning everything I can learn about the office of coroner. I've been on the board of directors for the Coroners Association for 15 years. I've tried to help make it a better organization, make it a more respected job. There's more to do now than there used to be. You know, everything changes, and we set qualifications several years ago. Coroners now have to have ongoing education every year to stay qualified. I was lucky in the fact that when I went to work at the funeral home that I'm at now at Moss Service, Grady Moss had been coroner for 29 years. And so I benefited from hearing his stories and listening to him. Now, after that, his son David Moss took over. He had trained for all those years. And so when he took over, everything went right on just like it had been. And after he served 3 terms, Rocky Terry came in and won the next election, and he served 3 terms. He, too, had worked under David Moss, and he knew the routine and knew how to do things. Well, for all those years, I listened to Grady and David and Rocky, and I started working as a acting coroner. We didn't have deputy coroners or assistant coroners. We had acting coroners. When the coroner was out of town, the judge of probate would appoint someone, and I handled my first case in, I believe it was either April or May of 1972. So I've got a lot more experience than just the 4 terms that I served as coroner, because I served as the acting coroner under David Moss and also under Rocky Terry. So that gave me something like 18 years of experience there. And
well, I know of one case specifically that he looked into. My daddy got killed on the railroad track right out here at the city limits of Coleman in 1935, and Grady Moss is the one that went and picked my daddy up.
Yeah.
And he knows all about that. He's got got the papers and documents on that, and telling what happened and everything.
And that's where the coroner's work is really important, because whether he was trying to jump on a train or commit suicide or whatever, it's the coroner's job to figure out what happened, how it happened, and why it happened. And I think at that time Grady Moss was one of the best investigators Coleman County ever had. But I think he surmised that at that time we had double tracks, and I think Mr. Drake stepped out from behind one train and was hit by another.
It was a windy day.
It was an accident. So
yeah. Oh goodness. It seems to me that someone who works in the public service type job as coroner, they deserve a good pay, but coroners aren't known to receive good pay across the state, or maybe it's just Coleman County.
Well, when I was in the legislature, I did give them a raise. They just made practically nothing until I went in, and we gave them, me and Senator Harlan G. Mudd Allen, was their senator, and we gave them a raise. It wasn't a huge raise, but what we could afford with all.
Has it gotten any better?
Yeah, it's gotten some better. It stayed at $6,000 a year for years and years, and then it went up to, I think it's now $13,700.
Yeah, yeah.
You still can't make a living at it, but it's it's better than it used to be.
Yeah.
Now there are counties like Morgan County that has a little more caseload than Coleman, not a whole lot. That I think they get up into the high 20s or the 30s, and several places across the state, the county commission and the legislature has seen fit to give the coroner a decent wage and benefits. Coleman County has never given the coroner any benefits. He's not in the state retirement. He's not under any insurance programs. Has no benefits at all other than...
Is that right?
Yeah.
My goodness. Well, we're running out of time. Tell people why they should vote for Gary Murphree come November.
I want to bring Coleman County up to the level with the rest of the state. I want Coleman County to be a much respected state, whether it's on the legislative level, the city council, or the coroner level. I want people in the coroner association across the state to know that Coleman County has one of the best coroners that they could ever get, and I would like to be that person. I have the education, I have the experience, and I have the integrity and the love of Coleman County to do a good job.
Gary, thank you for coming to see us today.
Thank you for having me.
Good enough.
I appreciate it.
Always, for today on two, that's politics.
Always nice.
That was that.